What's up, you guys? I'm Christina Sheree. If you're new to my channel, hey. If you're returning, it's always good to see you. So before I dive into what I'm super juiced about, this video, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button as I drop stuff on my table. You know what, guys? We're just going to dive into this. It's almost fall. This palette screams fall to me, and I'm super juiced to show you how I created this look. So, you know what? Let's just head on over to the video. You know what, guys? It is my favorite season. I love fall. I love all the colors. And fall usually reminds me of those palettes that I call them catch-all palettes that have like everything imaginable in them, where you can just come up with whatever look you're feeling like that day. And when I saw this Madison Beer palette, I was like, okay. Truthfully, you guys, I didn't even know who Madison Beer was. I had to look her up. She's an artist, a singer who was discovered by Justin Bieber. So if you didn't know, that's who she is, because I honestly had no idea. But anyway, so Morphe and Madison Beer did a palette together. Actually, they did a whole collection, and I'll put it on the screen, a picture of the whole collection. I did not get the whole collection. I only got the eyeshadow palette and the Channel Surf brush collection, and I'll use that today, and we'll go through that. But if we're just looking at the palette first, this is what the box looks like. Pretty basic. It's gray, and the palette actually looks just like the box. So it's this. And this is just a first impression. I'm going to do a look using the brushes, but I will say it's just a plain cardboard. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm one of those people where I don't really like to get my palettes dirty. I mean, I know that's a sign of use and all that stuff, but it just really bothers me. So I say that to say, this one is going to show fingerprints. It's just going to happen. So if that bothers you, just to note. But looking at this palette, now this palette, I'm looking down a little bit because I actually took some notes. I want to make sure I give you guys all the deets on this. This palette is called the Channel Surfing Artistry palette, and it's $22 at Morphe. Really, really, really good deal. It has 20 soft glam shades and some rose gold shades as well. 10 mattes, 10 shimmers. We'll look at it. I might as well just open it now. And something just fell out. Morphe doesn't put names on their shadows underneath. They have these little plastic things, which are kind of annoying as heck, but that's alright. So this will tell you what the names are. It has a really pretty big mirror. I'm going to do the palette upside down so I don't blind you. But this is what the palette looks like. Get that. There. So this is what the palette looks like. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. And so like I was saying, it has 10 mattes and 10 shimmers. One color is considered to be a pressed pigment, which is the color Life Support. I will show it on the screen. But that is the only one that's a pressed pigment, and it's not considered safe around the eye, which means that it could pretty much stain your eye. You can wash it off, but just so you know. All the shadows contain milk. I just mixed it. Mica and talc, just so you know. And the whole palette is 22.4 grams or 0.79 ounces. So that's the deets on this palette. It's a beautiful palette. I mean, it's not unique in the color choices there, but the one thing that I really, really, really love about this is this screams fall to me. Sorry, I didn't know if it was off screen. This screams fall to me. You have these beautiful rust tone colors here, some deeper berry, purplish colors, neutral. I love this color story a lot. Another thing in the collection, which I think is such a really good value, it's actually $3 more than a palette, but the value is $52. So this brush set here comes with 6 synthetic brushes. I'll open it and show you in just a minute. But the value of this, it's $25, and the value of it is $52. So that's really, really good. So you get 6 brushes, 6 synthetic brushes. I really like this case. It's plastic and it's white. And it's really got a lot of space in there, so you can put your brushes in here that it comes with, so these 6 brushes, and face brushes fit in this too, so it's a perfect little travel bag, which I love. But into these brushes really quick. So you get 6 brushes in the collection. You get a pointed packer brush, a Pro Precision smudger brush, a pencil crease brush, I'm looking down because it's all here, a large round blender brush, a blending fluff brush, and an angle liner brush. So you get really the 6 essential brushes you'll need to kind of create any look. The only thing I would add would just be another blender brush, but that's just me personally. So it actually feels pretty nice. I mean, they're really lightweight. There's no real heaviness to them. I wouldn't say they feel cheap, but they feel reasonably priced. So we're going to use these today for the look. Okay, so with all the information out there, now I'm really just super juiced to dive into a look. So I'm going to prime my lids and we're going to get into this look. My lids are primed. I use Fenty primer on it and I didn't set it. I usually don't set it with that one because it brings out the vibrancy of the colors when you don't, so I did not. But I'm going to use this first brush here. I'm looking here, so tell me what it is. It is the large round blender brush, and I'm going to go into the colors Zero and Fight Club and mix both of those. And by the way, this has a really, really large mirror, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and place this all in my transition area and just do a light wash all the way across. These brushes are really nice. I actually have a lot of Morphe brushes, so I'm used to them, and these perform really, really well. So now I'm taking the pencil crease brush, this one right here, and I'm going into the color 3553. Just a side note, when I did those other 2 colors for the transition area, they actually are really pretty pigmented. I didn't need a lot and just could blend and blend. So with this brush now and the color 3553, I'm going to stamp this in. Oh yeah, that's pretty pigmented. I like it. Get a little closer. And stamp this on the outer V. And we're going to do the inner corner as well. We're going to do the halo eye today. With 3553 placed in the outer corner, or the outer third of the eye and the inner, now I'm just going to take the brush and get a little closer so you guys can see. And just go ahead and blend that out. So soften it. I like to bring the colors on the corner up a little bit because I like that wing shape. So I'm going to go ahead and soften those edges and then start to bring it up just a little. And now I'm going to do the same for the inside. So I usually just do circular motions. Looks kind of funny like that. But what you're going to do is create a nice soft blend. And then once you've blended each side, you're going to go ahead and take the brush and connect them up top. And blend it upwards. Taking my finger, I'm now going into the color Bambi. And I'm going to place this right over where we just placed that other shadow. Sorry guys. And didn't really get a lot of payoff with that, so what I'm going to do is take the pointed packer brush and load up the brush and actually fix plus it. See what we get from that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Picking back up the, what is this called? The pencil crease brush that had the color 353 on it. I'm not taking any color off. I'm actually just going to go ahead and blend the shimmer upwards and into the crease, just so that it's a bit more seamless, because the Fix Plus definitely amped it up, which I like, but it also kind of did this weird thing. I don't know if it's because maybe I put too much Fix Plus on it, but it broke up just a little bit, so I want to blend it together. Okay, taking my finger, now I'm going into the color Marceline, which is a pretty bronze. I'm going to place this color, get a little closer, place this color right in the center and tap it really lightly over the other color so they blend. Like that. I like that. Okay, so with my finger I'm going into the color Banana It looks like a duochrome. It's really pretty. I'm going to place this just over where we placed the other one. Ooh. Alright, I really love that color banana. It's got like a green flip to it. Alright guys, so lower lash. We're just gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna take a black eyeliner pencil. You can use whichever one you have. This one is the Melt 1987. I'm gonna run this, make sure you can see, all in my waterline and bring it down just a little bit. So this may look a little funny. Don't panic. What I'm doing here is just putting a black base so that when we put the other shimmers on it, it just makes them pop, makes them a little bit deeper. So now I am using, what is this called? The Pro Precision Smudger Brush. And I'm going into the color Bambi. And I'm going to place Bambi on the outer third, so just over where we placed that black liner. And just work it into your lashes. So really you're mimicking the top, so you're going to have this on the outer third and the inner third as far as that halo effect. And we're going to put another color in the inside. I am really trying to just stick with this brush set. I would have picked up another one by now, but I'm using the same smudger brush and I'm just switching the color off. And now I'm going into the color Banana, which is so pretty. I'm going to load up the brush, and then I know I want this foiled, so go ahead and spray a little Fix Plus on it. And hopefully this turns out the way I'm thinking. Place this just in the center. Yeah. Okay, now I'm using the pencil crease brush. I'm going to switch off the whatever color I used on there, I don't remember. Sorry. And we're going to use just a little bit of, what is this color called? Devil in a Dress. Mix Devil in a Dress with 3553. So just a little bit of both. And top off the extra and just run this all along the lower lash and bring it up to the top. Just the sides. Just diffusing those edges. Now with the blending fluff brush, no product on it at all. I'm just going to go all around the entire look just to smooth out those edges even more. This is a really good trick to kind of put your blending skills in check. I do it all the time. Because I go to take a picture afterwards for like a thumbnail or something, or Instagram. And I see, oh, there's patchy right there. Because I can't really see it right now on the screen. I can kind of see it. But anyway, long story short, I use a nice clean blender brush to really just go over all those edges. I cleaned off all the color on this Pro Precision Smudger brush. And now I'm going into the colors Stained Glass first. And then Banana. It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And I'm going to use this as an inner corner highlight. Oh, that's kind of a lot. Nice pretty sparkle with a green tint or banana tint that I like. Bring it up just a little. Oh, sorry guys. Hopefully that wasn't blocking the whole time. Bring it up on the lid just a little bit. All sparkled out. Yeah. Same brush, really trying to just stick with this set. I cleaned off the other colors. Now I'm taking a little bit of White Rabbit and mixing it with Jericho. And we're going to use this as a brow bone highlight. White Rabbit for my skin tone is just way too bright. If it's okay for you, then by all means. But I'm going to go ahead and mix the two. And then place it under my brow. Oh yeah. That's a lot. Oops, got it all on my eyebrows. Alright you guys, so I'm going to do some tight lining and a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay you guys, so I'm back. I did a few things off camera. I'm gonna run through that pretty quickly and then go into my first impression, final thoughts on the palette and the brushes. So for my eyes, I did a black liner and tight lined underneath, and then I used my Fenty Fly pencil. It's a liquid liner just to do the wing. That's all I did as far as eyeliner. I used my trusty voluminous L'Oreal Paris, that's a mouthful, lash primer, and then I've been using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara quite a bit, so I use this on my lashes because it really just coats them. If you don't like a clumpy look, it can get kind of clumpy, so you got to be a little careful there. What else did I do? Oh, I've been using my favorite, I love Patrick Ta blushes, and so for this one, because the look was, you know, purplish and orangish, I thought a pretty warmer blush would work, so I did Oh She's Different. So this is the box. I'm sure you want to see the actual blush. These blushes are beautiful. I just used the powder. I didn't do powder and then the cream, which makes it even more intense. And then for lips, I use my ColourPop Mamacita pencil, so I put this all over my lips. And then I use Train Blue by NARS. It's a matte, velvet matte lip pencil. It's a lot to say for my lips, and that is all I did on my face. Alright, so what do I think about this palette? Alright, so my honest first impression, final thoughts. I used 11 colors out of 20. So a pretty decent amount, half shimmers. You know what? I think the quality is okay. It's pretty decent. I will say that I struggle with a couple of the colors. The shimmer is really just, aside from this banana one, which I really like because I like the green flip, this one was nice. It wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be, so I had to foil that one by spritzing my brush, as well as some of the other ones. This one was actually pretty good. It came on really pretty pigmented. But the shimmers, I would just say they're okay. You gotta put a little bit of work in it, at least the ones that I used. And the mattes. Now the mattes were 50-50 for the ones that I used. This one here just wasn't giving me the saturation or the pigment that I wanted it to do. I definitely had to build it and build it and build it. That could just be me, but I found that I did have to put in a little bit more work than I've had to prior with Morphe shadows. So, you know, keep that in mind. I would say overall, is it worth, sorry, I realized I was kind of half out of frame. Sorry. Overall, is it worth $22? Yeah. You know, it is really a pretty decent palette. Like, you're going to get the looks you want. There's a range of colors in here, which I actually really, really like. It's compact. It's an easy travel size palette, although we're in quarantine, so I'm not sure how much people are traveling. But when you do travel, I think that's a good thing. I think this palette is definitely for someone who, you know, really likes to have a range of colors in their palettes, and they like the quality to be pretty good there. It's not super pigmented, but it is pigmented enough where you can build it up. Another couple of cons, aside from the ones I just mentioned, you know, this could really just be me, but this palette is going to get so dirty. It's going to show all of the fingerprints. You know, that's just to note. Not everybody is kind of, I guess, weird like me with that. But if you are, just note that that may bother you just a little bit. So for the brushes, you know, I think this is a really good starter set. Like, most of my brushes are Morphe. I've had them for a really long time, and the quality is always really good. I would say, you know, after using them a lot, maybe after a year or so, it's probably good to replace them because they can get a little scratchy. But if you're looking to kind of give a gift to someone who's starting on makeup or yourself, I would say this is really a good place to start. The only thing I would add to this set would probably be another blender brush. I like to have a couple of those on hand when I'm doing a look, and maybe a smaller detail brush, because I use this little brush for everything. I used it as a smudger underneath, I used it as an inner corner, I use it as a brow bone, which is good that you can use that one brush for everything, but I was constantly cleaning in between. So if you're thinking about it for yourself and it's your first brush set, or giving it again to someone else, I would definitely look at, you know, additionally buying 2 more of these. So 6, and then get 2 more of these. So you have 2 each. I would say both of these items are great for a starter kit for someone who, again, is just getting into makeup, or you have a couple of palettes and you're looking into branching into a little bit more colorful looks. If the palettes you have right now are neutral, if you want a good starter set with brushes, then this combination would work, and it's definitely very, very affordable. So hopefully you like this look and you like the information I gave. If you do, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And I'm popping something up on the screen. Why don't you go ahead and hit that notification bell, the subscribe button, and like the video. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again for spending some time with me. I really love doing these videos. Please leave in the comments below if you have this. What do you think about it? Anything you have to say about it, I love to talk to you guys there. So please do when you have some time. Other than that, whatever time it is for you, morning, noon, or night, thank you so much for giving me some of it. You have a really good day. Bye.